Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. What we're going to be doing today is, if you've seen in the past, I've done videos for the best places to do bullet bills on the previous 48 tracks. All of them. There's a video for that. I'll link it below. And then there's also, I did it for all wave 1. Now, we're going to show you the best bullet bill spots, including some extensions, thankfully, from a couple of our wonderful community members, Lev and Gecko. I will link them in chat. You can follow their socials and all of them. They'll be in the bio and on YouTube. And we're going to start with Turnip Cup and then go through all the races, all 4 of them. So it's 2 New York Minute, SNES Mario Kart 3, S4 Kalimari Desert, DS Waluigi Pinball, and then we're going to go to Propeller Cup, which is Tour Sydney Sprint, GBA Snowland, Wii Mushroom Gorge, and Sky High Sundae. Even though it's technically a tour track, it's still an original track. But so we're gonna. Luckily, I'm not gonna actually like play them in. I have them recorded, so I'm not wasting your time. So no one's times are wasted. All right, I don't waste people's times here. Okay, so we should be fine. So real quick, we're gonna start with New York Minute. So if you don't know where New York Minute is, it's from the tour track. We're gonna go into my all my videos I have saved here, thankfully, and I have them. I had this marker for this here. Okay, great, fantastic. Okay, so the first bullet bill extension is gonna be it's actually the first bullet bill spot for Tour New York Minute. Is actually technically also an extension area, and this can be done at lap 1 and 2. And thanks to Lev for this one specifically because they were able to discover it before me, and I actually discovered it accidentally. So this is great. So here we go. So this is how it's gonna look like. So you are technically in this spot you are right now. You are you pass the taxis. You're by the bus. So this is by the bus. Okay, this is the bus area. You get this lap 1 and 2. So you pop it right at the item box here. This will take you pretty far. Keep in mind of the time here. It should take you all the way to the, basically, like, Central Park area. It should drop you off right after the food. So that's the first one. That's the first one. You can do that in lap 1 and 2. Again, the main goals of bullet bills is to protect yourself and to gain placement. So that's and also the third one is to hit people. That's the first one. Okay. Now the next one is this is a lap 3 bullet bill. It's sort of an extension. For on New York Minute. This is the end, so you're going underneath the bridge. This is 150. Yeah, this is 150. You're going underneath the bridge. You want a mini turbo, pop, and then go ahead and pop the bullet bill right at that cut area where you normally use a mushroom. It should take you all the way basically to the finish line. It's right before. So, not that bad, right? Not that bad. You're able to at least get into a straight line there. It's pretty decent. Gets you a good amount of time. It is technically an extension as well. So, yeah, New York Minute has 2 extensions. Pretty dope. Pretty cool. Fun to see. Again, thanks to 11 chat for Sugar Daddy 11 Twitch chat for these 2 specifically. But that's 2 New York Minute. Okay, so next up is SNES Mario Circuit. So, SNES Mario Circuit 3, real quick. As you can see, I have 2 bullet bills in my item slots. Keep in mind I had a boo, so like this works perfectly. Cause I was basically able to do this and like have 2 at the same time. So I'm not flexing. It just worked out for me. So I have 2 of the bullet bill spots, literally here. So the first one, now this goes longer, but I'll show you the first area that I do. The first area is the first big turn after the first set of item blocks. Like right this area here. I just pop it right in the off-road. And it should take you around all this big curve here. It actually should take you a little bit farther, but it pops me out here. And then the second place I would do it is right here. Is at the end there. Usually you do a mushroom there as well. This takes you basically all the way to the finish line. Now, it would last longer if the pack was a little bit wider, but again, these are the 2 spots that I would recommend. Again, it's always off-road terrain. Be as much inside as you can. It's always good to like mini turbo hop into rough terrain. But yeah, you can be able to do basically a pretty decent bullet bill to protect yourself and get some tough spots, game item placements, get items. That's the 2 build spots for SNES Mario Circuit 3. Next up is Kalimari Desert, NC4 Kalimari Desert. NC4 Kalimari Desert doesn't really have a bullet bill extension, so in my opinion, this course favors golden mushrooms and stars more than anything. A bullet bill is whatever, you know? So what I like to do here is my favorite place to do a bullet bill is actually right at the start of lap 2 and 3, or after the start of lap 2, you can do it lap 1 technically, is drifting, mini turboing, popping, and then bullet billing to the side for the glider. Because you'll be able to get an item box, it brings you down, and a nice little area. It'll release you right at the trick area, and you can just pop through there. So this is a nice spot here. Because you gain some placements, you get through the train spot, you'll have an item box, and then it gets dropped you off right in front of another item box. So not the best thing in the world, but keep in mind, and sort of Kalimari Desert, Golden Mushroom and Stars are your best bet because you can go through off-road. So that's where I would recommend there. So now the next up is DS Waluigi Pinball. This one was submitted to me by Lev as well, or Sugar Daddy Lev in chat. Again, Waluigi Pinball for some reason doesn't have like really good bill spots, but the best place that I found after reviewing Lev and after me just testing out all over the place is at the end, basically right at the last item box, because it's a great lap 2 and 3. Lap 1, it's whatever, but really lap 3, if you're in the back and you use the bullet bill right at the item box here, you'll be able to get through a bunch of the pinball area, a lot of item spam. Sometimes someone might have shock. As you can see, it gets you right through the finish line and you get right before it. So, like, pretty good. Like, I was able to basically go from an 8th to a 3rd. Not that bad. If a shock happened, I would have gotten 1st. Keep in mind. So, again, pretty decent. It's pretty safe. It protects you from the item spam that's going to happen through that corridor of hell, basically. So, that's bulletless spot in DS Waluigi. Waluigi Pinball. Now, next up is going to be the Propeller Cup, which is starting with Tour Sydney Sprint. So this one I found out when I was talking to Gecko about which one. This one I found out myself. This is great. So this is lap 2. This is a bullet bill extension. Again, your main goal for bullet bills is to protect yourself. So there's big gliders in Tour Sydney Sprint, so it's always good to use it for around big gliders. So this is what I do here. This is actually perfect. This is wonderful. So I have a shock in my secondary, keep in mind. But more importantly, what I do here is I mini turbo, I miss kind of hop, then I use the bullet bill as tight as possible and get you right through the glider. It takes you all the way through this tough spot and drops you right before the item boxes, so you can chain properly. So I was basically able to mini turbo up, chain to doubles later on. I was protecting myself here. Really nice spot in general. But yeah, like great area. This is sort of a Bilbo extension, kind of, not really, but like it's still really nice. It's a nice line, and it's great for lap 2 because against the laps and Tour Sydney Sprint's a little bit different. Now next up, this one was Gecko submitted this to me. So this is lap 3 at the end. You want a bullet bill right at the second jump. So right over there. This will take you all the way to the staircase. It gets you past this whole corridor here. It gets you past this the glider spot, and it gets you right here, right at the end. So you can pop what you can here. Pretty decent, nice protection. I mean, if a shock happened, I would have won, but I ended up going from 11th basically to 4th. So it's pretty good. So that's lap 3. Again, thanks for making this one. You could probably activate it a little bit earlier, but let's just see it one more time. Again, your main goal for bullet bills is to be protected. So, and a lot of times, lightning will come out if you're in the glider, and you don't want that. So, that is Tour City Sprint's bullet bills. So, that was a good one. Now, next up is Game Boy Advance or GBA Snowland. This one was, Lev let me know about this one. I think I did this accidentally when I first started playing this, but I just want to make sure I credited Lev for this one. So, this one is, you can do this lap 2 and 3. But this, doing this on lap 3 because it looks cooler. Use the bullet bill right after the bridge, right here, right there. This will take you basically all the way down this corridor area, around the lake, and it'll pop you right before the item box. So pretty good. And so it's a pretty good extension. You're basically half through the map. It's literally half of the map. So it's pretty far. And if a shock happened, I would have easily won. Obviously, the big cut is nicer, theoretically speaking, but this is a nice protection. So that's GPA Snowland. Now, next up is Wii Mushroom Gorge. So Wii Mushroom Gorge is very interesting. So you can do the gap jump. You can see the other video for the gap jump, or But for me, if you're like me and you're bad at the gap jump, or you're bad at just racing this, sometimes I like to pull bullet bills, and basically the best way to use it, from my opinion, is right after the green mushroom. So it's kind of sloppy, but it's fine. I use the green mushroom. I use the bullet right after the green mushroom. It'll take you right through this crazy corridor area. it releases you after the last mushroom, which is not the best thing, but I was able to basically gain a hell amount of spots, and I took the safe route instead of taking the gap jump because I had a bad line. So it's fine. I think in a tight race, you're expecting a shock to happen, so this is fine. I think this is completely fine, given that I literally had a boom in my secondary item, or if I had a mushroom, I would have been able to dodge that. So pretty good. Also, yeah, again, if you use the boom first place, you get a mushroom. So that's where I would recommend the bullet bill usage for Wii Mushroom Gorge. Next up is going to be the last one, which is Sky High Sundae. This one was I'm sorry, Gecko let us know about this one. This is actually an extension area, surprisingly enough. Now, what you want to do is use the bullet bill right after the downhill area. So, this is lap 3. I'm waiting. I'm in 10th place. I pop it right as I land. Bam. Right as I land, use it. And then it'll take you all the way past, I think to like the 4th scoop. So wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it takes you basically to the second to last scoop there. Takes you really far. And you have a straightaway and you're done. Win. That's it. So if you have a bullet bill, you can do this lap 2 or 3, or 1, but ideally you do lap 3 because it takes you pretty far. Now keep in mind, there's someone else on the computer use a bullet bill right there behind me, and see where they released it. They used it a little bit later, and they were still going, and then they got released right about there. So it's about the same. So you can give or take there. But yeah. And that's the last bullet bill extension or bullet bill tutorial for Wave 2 DLC. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video. All right, we'll see you next time, YouTube. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.